Okay, so we're still in Ocean Quay. I thought I'd get from a woman's perspective some pros and cons, and it might go over old ground about the restaurants and the drinks and the other packages and the stops that we've had, but I'm not a woman and women have different prerogatives than men. So here's my wife Debbie.
Hello. Okay, so I hate this. This is so out of my comfort zone.
What have you liked about the ship?
I've liked Grace and Get Down. I have liked the fact that everything's there, everything's available. You don't have to go off. We like adventure holidays. So if we're in a hotel, then we've got to go off and find activities to do of an evening. I like the fact that there's been something at every minute of every day, whether it's karaoke at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Forgot about karaoke.
Or a quiz at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or a show in the evening. I've really enjoyed the fact that there's always something somewhere to do.
And is that for you to do, or for the kids to do,
Both.
or both?
Both. Not once has he told me he's bored.
So what have you enjoyed for adults?
I haven't actually done too much for adults because I've been available to the kids. I think one day when I couldn't leave the ship and you guys went off, I went and sat at the adult pool, which was really lovely, but I was only there
Oh, I haven't done that.
I was only there for about half an hour, 40 minutes before I had to go to the main pool to get the beds because people were coming back, to make sure that when you guys came back there were beds for everyone.
And were there beds available by the adult pool?
Loads.
And was the pool busy?
No, empty.
Was the pool hot? Did you go into the water?
No, I couldn't.
Okay. Was the water hot? Did you feel it?
I didn't feel.
You didn't feel.
I can't answer that. The one thing I've loved is that he's been kept constantly busy. The one thing I've hated is that I haven't known where he is at any given time. So I do think if you're coming with kids, for me, if I was going to do a cruise again, I would make sure he had a mobile phone so that I could contact him.
That's a good
it.
one. Or one of those dots.
Or not even the dot. You can't contact them.
No, but
So
you can tell where they are.
I can tell where they are, but by the time I get there, he could have moved on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we were with friends, and both their kids had phones, so I could contact him at all times. But that was a really big thing for me on a boat this big, not to be able to communicate with your kid is a huge thing because you never know where they're going to be.
I will say, just cut you off, on the Royal Caribbean, they have got that. These lanyard cards
Yeah, you can.
Are tracking tools for your children.
So that would be a big thing for me, was that. I would most definitely get him a mobile for the next one, or have him on some form of a device that I can contact him on.
Well, to be fair, he's 10 years old. He lost his lanyard on the first day. So would he lose a phone?
Well, he would have to, we would find a way of doing that. But yes, that's one thing. Everything else, I haven't done the spa. I haven't done the salon. I haven't done the hair. The shopping is extortionate. I mean, I went to try and get him an extra couple of Christmas gifts. So I went into the gift shop, a pack of Oreos was $12.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, there's no way I'm paying £10 for a pack of Oreos.
Yeah.
So I found things like that ridiculously expensive, but there's food at your disposal at any given time.
How much did we pay for the fun pass? I think it was $150 for I think it was $150 for $250 worth.
No, so it was £70 for $220 for him because we got the Black Friday sale. So I'd say if you are coming on a cruise, the only thing I can tell you is after you've booked it, hold off buying any packages or any upgrades. Wait till Black Friday, because the Black Friday week, every single price went way down. But I got him $220 worth of a fun pass for £70, and I think ours was $36 for $90.
So the fun pass allows you for the bumper cars, the swing,
The arcades.
the arcade. Is that it?
No. Anything that the kids want to do, kids activity wise.
Well, no, because the rope course is free, the water slides are free.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think. What else is there?
Shuffleboard.
Oh, that's good. That's
darts.
good. Yes, in the sports bar, the shuffleboard and the darts. I think they're what, about $10 each or something
like
off
that.
your fun pass. Yeah, that's an important thing to remember.
For me, the pool situation hasn't been that horrendous. We've always managed to get beds. May not be the beds that we ideally want, but we've always managed to get.
I've always found it's a bit busy. There have been squabbles.
By who?
By those people, do you remember?
Yeah, that took the stuff. If you leave your beds unattended for 30 minutes, they can take your things off, but some of the other guests seem to think that means they can remove your things. I haven't found the beds an issue, personally. I've always managed to get one.
What about the stops that the boat has made? I'm struggling to remember them.
Okay, so the first one I didn't get off because obviously I was injured and couldn't.
What was the stop?
Honduras.
Was that the first
That
stop?
was the first stop.
Got better memory
so
than I
get
have.
Off. However, the friends that were with, she said it was really lovely there.
That's right, that was the little market.
Yeah.
Right.
The second stop was Costa Maya. That was hideous. You get literally attacked as you get off the boat by everyone selling. They end up selling you beds which aren't even beds on a beach where there's broken glass. I mean, it was disgusting. I wouldn't rush back there. Cozumel, I really like. We went to the most beautiful private nature reserve.
Oh, that was
beach.
that was yesterday or a couple of days ago?
Yesterday, the day before. That was absolutely stunning. Highly recommend that.
What was the prices?
Don't know. I left you and Jay to that.
So the prices were, it was about $70 for an 8-seater taxi. All of it to go down. The taxi driver was great, to be fair. No, it wasn't $80, it was $50. They originally wanted 70 and I got them down to 40, but the guy was so good. Let's just flip the camera around.
Yeah.
I actually paid him 50 and he took us to this private beach where it was clean, it wasn't busy. We did snorkeling to see the fish. The water was clear. There was lovely food, even though we didn't have the food. And then we got the same guy back. And we also hit the supermarket to stock up our fridge. And we also hit 7-Eleven. And we met other people from other boats. Just to let you know, on Cozumel, where the MSC boat docks is not, or at least it wasn't when we were there, where the Royal Caribbean boat docked. The Royal Caribbean boat was literally 2 or 3 miles up the sea at a completely different port. So if you are planning on seeing friends that are on the other ship, you're not always at the same port at the same time, just to let you know. Okay, I'll go back to Debbie on the things that she hasn't liked about this cruise and what would maybe make her think again about booking another MSC.
Honestly, I would book another MSC today. I would book up now for next Christmas. But the only thing I'd like to do is, rather than doing the same stops, I'd rather do different stops. I'd like to do the other
The Caribbean.
side, the Caribbean, the Bahamas, St. Martin's, Puerto Rico.
Well, hold on, what about the dinner?
I think there's always been something to eat. The food hasn't been terrible in its entirety. The food isn't bad, and there's plenty of it. At the main dining hall, it's the speed in getting it out. You know, we've got children with us, which makes it really difficult because if they don't eat, they turn really moody really quickly. So that's been an issue. They bring the mains when the starters are still out. I mean, it's just disorganisation, but the food itself hasn't been bad. And for me that struggles with food, I haven't really struggled at all to eat this holiday.
What have you bought on this holiday that you can't find back home?
I haven't bought anything.
Well, we hit the pharmacies, didn't we? There's pharmacies at
Yeah, but
every shop.
I didn't get anything. I haven't bought anything at all. There was nothing that I saw that I thought I really need.
Just to let you know, don't overpack. That's one big thing. Like, people say it's cold during the evenings. We're here in December and it is cold during the evenings, but it's not freezing. I'm telling you, 1 or 2 maximum pair of long trousers for the kids.
Don't listen to him. Do Do not listen to him.
Is
at
ample.
all. No.
I would say lots of socks and t-shirts because you're putting on sun lotion, you're taking off sun lotion. So there's been a lot of underwear changes. I would take 2 or 3 pairs of swimming trunks for the kids. A couple are always drying out here. The towel situation, here's an interesting one. When we saw videos of the ship originally, they give you one towel, one pool towel per person per cabin. So in our cabin we've had 3. Somehow on the first day my wife managed to blag an extra 3, so we had 6. So we've actually been fine interchanging them for drier ones. But our friends, I think they misplaced one of their towels, and subsequently they weren't given another one, and they've got 5. They've got 5 in their family, and they had to survive on 4. The towels in the room, in the bathroom, you just leave on the floor, and whatever towels are on the floor, they will replace. I've already spoken about the shower, the power in the showers.
And that's the only thing, like washing the soap out of your hair has been an absolute nightmare. I mean, washing my hair, and also the water they use.
Oh, is it not great?
It's terrible water, so even with products, my hair was still too frizzy. I was a bit too Monica in Frenzy when they were in Barbados. It hasn't been great.
But the beds, really comfortable.
Pillows, really uncomfortable.
Have you found that? I found them great.
Awful, absolutely awful.
Isn't this how married couples differ? I found the bed really comfy, and I found the pillows comfy.
I know, not at all. However, that wouldn't stop me from booking the cruise, but don't listen to him about the clothing situation, because you definitely need more, especially if you've got boys and they spill stuff down them after wearing it after a minute. No. What? Okay, yeah, no, you need to pack a pair of shorts a night. Like, I've had for him daytime shorts, because if he wants to go on the rope slides, or if he doesn't want to be in his swimwear and he wants to go off and do things, then he's got clean everyday shorts. And then I've packed evening wear as well for him.
We got the Wi-Fi package, which cost, I think we got 5. There's various packages on the Wi-Fi. There's browse, where you can visit websites, and then there's browse and stream for Netflix, for Disney, YouTube. I haven't found it good at all. I found it's very intermittent service or signal. My son and my wife have found it absolutely fine for their needs. I found it terrible. It might just be my devices, but my YouTube has taken a long time to play. So if you are a bit of a fanatic, or you are coming away to watch or stream, beware, the internet speeds aren't great. And the entire packages were, I think, about $100 per person per device, roughly. It's about $500 cost, about £400 cost for 5 browse and stream devices. So I've got 2, my phone and my iPad. My wife has got 2, her phone and her iPad. Our son, who's 10, has only got his iPad.
I found the Wi-Fi to be perfectly adequate, what I needed. I've been able to stream BBC iPlayer from here with my VPN without any issues whatsoever. So I can't complain about that at all.
We also got eSIMs before we came away. Now, I was very nervous about doing this, because before I've got a regular telephone service via O2, and every time I go away I pay £100 for me, £100 for my wife, and we've got full connectivity. We've got 20 gig, which is usually enough. This time we got eSIMs, which originally in the airport didn't work, but after you toggled on and off airplane mode umpteen times, they did begin to work. And I've got to say, they've been flawless. So flawless that when the Wi-Fi has gone down, and this is where in Miami, not on the boat, my son has used my hotspot, because I've got unlimited data, to stream all of his movies. My wife has her eSIM, and she's been able to browse, she's been able to stream, and she's been able to make normal telephone calls outside of WhatsApp. If you're going to get an eSIM, The eSIM, your WhatsApp messages will be normal. I.e., if someone messages you from home to your normal WhatsApp with an eSIM, it will be delivered to your phone. The only difference between my eSIM and my wife's eSIM is that hers, she can make telephone calls to landlines,
Right.
which you can't do through a normal
Do you wanna
eSIM.
stay on the ship
And the
with boys
reason
or get
that
off?
we wanted that is just in case there was a problem with insurance or she had to call in an emergency back to London. We've got a device that can
You don't want to go look.
that
You don't want to go to that beach.
connect.
Just there.
But I think apart from deck 8, which we haven't covered yet, which I am planning to cover, and it opens in half an hour after they clean it. And if I don't get to film, that is where some of the that's where the sports bar is. That's where the coffee bar is, which has been brilliant. That's where the frozen yogurt shop is. There is another one of the specialty restaurants there. I think it's the Greek restaurant, and it's also where the back of the boat is, and you can just chill there. It's also one of the smoking areas, and just that deck 8 is the Royal Promenade. It's the equivalent to Central Park in Royal Caribbean, and for me it's been the best part of the ship. It's open air. It's amazing to go for a coffee or a hot chocolate or an ice cream, or have a mooch around the shops, or play shuffleboard or play darts. It's been pretty amazing. So that's it from our deck, from our balcony on the 15th floor of the MSC during Boxing Day. We are off the ship tomorrow. Overall, I would give this boat an 85% rating, 85% out of 100. There are a couple of things that really let it down: the dinner, the staff during that dinner, but overwhelmingly, if you've got kids, there's always something for the kids to do, whether you have a 5-year-old all the way to a 15-year-old.
I do think it's probably better for older children than younger children, unless they go to kids club easily. But if you've got kids under the age of 6, I think that it would be a bit of a struggle.
Disney might be a lot better choice than Royal Caribbean.
I don't know, I've never done either of those to compare. Personally, I feel that when you've got kids, you have to make compromises. And for us, the compromise on the food, to have a child not moaning that he's bored, was worth it.
What would you give it out of 100?
Oh, I would easily give it 90%. I think it's been phenomenal. I've loved every second. I've absolutely loved it.
So out of 10, food?
What you're talking about, the restaurants,
Everything.
or the quality of the food?
Everything.
The quality of the food, I would give an 8 out of 10. I haven't seen any problems. The service in the restaurants, the complimentary restaurants, I would probably give a 5 out of 10, but the speciality restaurants, I would give a 9 out of 10.
What's been your favourite bit of food?
Oh, the teppanyaki. But
Okay.
we haven't done the steak yet.
Yep, we're doing the steak tonight. What's your favourite entertainment on the ship?
Oh, I thought the guy, the cruise director, he was and is phenomenal.
Good point.
He is absolutely brilliant. He gets everyone involved. He's very good on the hop. His ad lib is amazing. His energy is incredible.
Oh, and he does all the shows as well.
He does all the shows. He does all the poolside entertainment. I suppose my only bugbear, which is probably me showing my age, is I found that at the main pool the music is very loud.
Yeah, I've said
you
that.
actually can't communicate with the person sat next to you. I'm shouting at my son who's in front of me. That was my biggest.
But you
thing.
do that anyway.
Yeah, at times I almost wanted to get up and ask them to turn the music down. But if you're a party goer, then this is definitely the place for you.
How easy have you found it to navigate the ship?
Actually, fine. The first day and a half, I struggled and I kept getting lost. But now I feel very comfortable. I know where I'm going. I know where everything is. I don't have any issues.
I would say the disorganisation on embarkation day when you leave Miami was terrible. People are running around like headless chickens. You've got to leave your luggage in the carport and hope that it makes it up to your room, which it did. But you then have to take, and this was another thing that we learned on another YouTube video, take a change of clothes in like a rucksack or something, just in case you don't get your luggage and you want to have a change of clothes for that evening. So that was a very good tip. There was also something that I saw, there was a video about the MSC World America that I saw last night. I think it was by a YouTuber called Into the Loop or something. In fact, I'll pause this and I'll get his, and I can't search for his, oh yes I can, I'll just pause this and I'll get his channel up. 1 second. There is a YouTube channel called In the Loop Travel that I saw last night. It was a 15-minute video on every single room, from inside to what we've got to the big staterooms and everything about it, the square footage of the balcony, the square footage of the bed and the facilities. And he's done a complete video on just the different room levels on this boat. And it's quite surprising what you can get for the money. So I would definitely say go and have a look at that. My vlogs are more about the way I see the boat, having lived it. I'm not the easiest person. I am quite fussy. I'm very fussy on food. That's why I've had to mark it down a little bit. The casino I've loved, the entertainment for the kids I've loved. 2 of the stops I've actually really enjoyed, maybe because I overlooked things that my wife didn't overlook, but for me I just needed a holiday. And for that, the cruise has been amazing, but there are things that could be a lot better. So yeah,
What didn't I overlook?
So hold on, so going back to the disembarkation day, or is it embarkation day?
What, when we get on?
Yeah.
Embarkation.
On the embarkation day, everyone's running around like headless chickens. The lifts are constantly full, and there's 10 deep to a lift, so you have to watch out for that. Also, the security I didn't find as clean as I was led to believe. When we got out of our taxi at the carport and you have to dump your cases, it's
unnerving.
Yeah, it's very alarming because you're letting go of 3 big suitcases with everything in it, hoping that they make their way to the cabin. Another thing is tipping. Now, when we booked this cruise, who did we book it through? Cruise First, I think it was. It was a company called Cruise First.
Part of Sunshine Cruises or something.
And I've got to say, they were brilliant. I can't fault them. The guy that we used, Adam, was great from start to finish. No question was too much for him to...
And we annoyed him.
Yeah, we really did, because we had so many questions about the Wi-Fi, about the stops, about the money, about the tipping. He said something very interesting to us. He said, because we're British, we don't have to do the voluntary tipping. And I think the tipping came to $112 per person. But on day 3, we were actually charged $336. We're out of my control. And it was only for my wife seeing the app, seeing that we'd been charged this. Otherwise, I would have had no idea. So they'd inadvertently and wrongly charged us 3 lots of 112. I went down to customer services. They sorted it within a minute. The laundry, I put in a pair of shorts. They put bleach on it. They ruined it. They took ownership. They sorted it. Last night's screw up with dinner, they've given us a free bottle of champagne. For me, it's just simply not good enough. I won't go into that. We've got disembarkation day tomorrow, and I'm expecting everyone's going to be running around like headless chickens. We were given a 1 o'clock boarding time to be here. We got here at 11:30 and we were allowed on the boat. It took us half an hour to get through security. By the way, re-security, you're not allowed to take alcohol in with you, and you're not allowed to take obviously weapons and drugs.
They said that you're not allowed to bring any drinks or anything with you, or any scissors or anything like that. I've had to bring scissors in with me because I need to administer medication and the interim husband pause. And they had no issue. I had 2 pairs of scissors on me and there were no issue. I also brought it on with me my Starbucks cans of drink.
Yeah, but only one.
Of them. No, I had 4 of them.
Oh, did you?
Or 3 of them, yeah. And I wasn't stopped. In fact, I was gutted I didn't bring on more. They were fine. I think also that comes down to whether you have the drinks package. Because we had the full drinks package, they knew it wasn't I was trying to get away with anything, and I didn't bring any alcohol on with us.
Going back to must-haves, or switching this to must-haves, these lanyards, godsend.
You mean the ones that you told me was a waste of money
I did.
not to buy?
Yep, I did. Godsend. The ink is really smudgy, and when you put it in this, it's great. And plus, it gives the kids. You stick this card in a kid's pocket, they're going to lose it, like my son did. By the way, when you get onto the boat, you have to queue, like I said earlier, to get this band. Do not take this band off. It's your access to all of the things on board, and without it, you're gonna have to queue up and get another one. So lanyards have been one. My wife also saw in another video these hooks, these clips for towels on sunbed, so that your towels don't blow away. They've actually been a decent purchase.
And that was another thing you told me not to buy. That it was a waste of money.
A third thing is.
That said, I wouldn't buy the clips again. I
didn't find the clips.
No, they've been brilliant. However, what I have seen is, you know, like the Pilates workout bands. People have got bands that go around.
Oh, maybe that's a better idea.
So they take up far less room, and it goes around the whole thing, so you don't need a clip on each
So
side.
what else are must-haves?
And also, by having the clips, because you all have the same colour towels by the pool, you can easily identify and easily hold your bed without someone else saying, no, we put our towels there, they were ours. So that's been a really, really, really good thing. And it does get blowy up there. So the towel clips or band or whatever you want to use is an absolute must-have. The other thing to think about, which I bought, is a charging dongle. The charging ports by the bed do not work. So if you want to lie in bed and watch your iPad or, you know, be on your phone and it's low on battery, you have to use the main socket at the chest of drawers, which is quite a way away from the bed. I mean, I say away, we're in a cabin, but I bought a couple of dongles with me, and I've been charging them during the day and then having those as my charging ports.
You actually raised a very good point. My wife also bought the British plugs, and by the way, these plugs in the walls are British.
They're British and American and European. So they accept all 3.
So you don't need American plugs. You can use your British plugs. But my wife very cleverly bought the multi plug. How do I explain this? So this. Okay, so you plug that into the wall, and then you've got 3 plugs, and then all of our wires are here. And it looks like spaghetti junction, but you need it. If you've got fast chargers like I have, the power outage, the wattage out the wall isn't great. So you're not gonna get full battery like you would in England. I think you're working off half the power in America. Like we have in England, which is 240 volts. I'm sure this is 120. And that's it. Would we do another cruise again? Yes, but better stops.
I would definitely get back on the ship.
But yeah, there's the thing. She would 100% get back on the World America. It's been big enough for us. I would like less people, but that's something that you can't control. And that's it. Goodbye, and